Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Interesting. Very interesting. You know, it seems as though something is brewing. Now, I have to preface the video by saying it's also possible that they're just pulling our leg, distracting us and continuously kicking the can down the road. I mean, you can feel it. The pressure is building. Going into this administration, there has been an absolute clear demand of accountability. And while the Trump base is patient, as you know, patience runs thin. It's a virtue that runs in finite supply. And so clearly there's been a lot of pressure on this administration, on Pam Bondi and Kash Patel in particular, to start releasing documents, exposing the bad actors, and most importantly, start putting out some serious criminal referrals. And clearly the Trump administration gets it, and they seem to be responding and alluding to something that could be absolutely freaking massive. We got Donald Trump posting something on Truth Social that could absolutely be perceived as a signal for something to come, or it could be just a masterful troll. And then we've got Kash Patel alluding to new documents dropping and more information coming to light in the Crossfire Hurricane scandal. The Trump administration seems to be throwing us a bone. Let's talk about what it might mean. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so let's first start off with this story because it's taking the internet by storm. Donald Trump, in not so subtle fashion, is basically signal boosting the Clinton body count theory. Donald Trump posts on Truth Social, the video Hillary Clinton does not want you to see. Now, personally, I'm just going to play it safe and I'm not going to actually play the clip on this platform, I think for obvious reasons. But basically, Donald Trump just reposted a video that's referencing the Clinton body count theory, suggesting that Hillary Clinton may have had something to do with the death of Vince Foster and Seth Rich, as well as, of course, many others. Some people are quick to brush this off as, oh, it's just typical Trump trolling. But let's not sit here and pretend that Donald Trump does this stuff by accident. A lot of people are suggesting that Donald Trump might be getting a little bit ahead of the intelligence here. Maybe they're onto something, and it's possible. Kash Patel actually said recently that they've stumbled upon new material directly tied to Crossfire Hurricane, which of course, as we know, Hillary Clinton was deeply involved in.
As much as we know about Crossfire Hurricane, he and I just found out more last week, and we're continuing to work with Congress to put those documents out.
He's alluding to new documents, new revelations, and he's also promising that supposedly no bombshell material will be redacted from the newly uncovered trove of Russiagate documents. In other words, things might be seriously ramping up here. And now the whole Clinton body count thing, at the end of the day, might not be part of the whole investigation, but maybe that's just Trump's way of putting the spotlight once again on Hillary Clinton. Maybe he's throwing out a hint that they've found some pretty damning stuff, and possibly Hillary Clinton is either involved or at the center of it. And again, if you listen to Kash Patel, it really does seem like the Trump administration is alluding to something.
I can speak to the folks that were in our seats, our predecessors, and they intentionally failed the American public by putting on the biggest DC deception game we've ever seen. They said the FBI was the most storied institution for law enforcement, and it was. But when the likes of Comey and McCabe and Strzok and company came in here with the James Bakers of the world and intentionally lied to a federal court, only to rig a presidential election by lying to the American public and using taxpayer dollars, likely illegally, to fund this entire operation, and then withhold exculpatory information from a federal court that I used to appear before to manhunt terrorists, that's what broke the FBI. And then when they were caught, they lied about it. And you and a few others like Dan and others were brave enough to cover it 6, 7, 8 years ago. And we're still talking about it today because as Congress is working rigorously with us, the Crossfire Hurricane documents are coming fast and hard. And they're being sent there unredacted so we can have full accountability. And that's how you restore what the trust that was lost to the American public when it comes to the FBI.
Yeah, but come on, Director, with all due respect, we've been talking about this for a long time, and I've been demanding accountability for many, many years. One of the, you mentioned Comey, Strzok, and the rest, they've got TV shows, they've got media platforms, they're fine, there's been no accountability.
We weren't here in the FBI in the last 5 years when we had statute of limitations that were still in play, where we could have investigated criminal conduct. Most of these statute of limitations are 5 years old. And we will investigate criminal conduct where we find a righteous case to do so and the law and the facts allow us to. But a lot of it we're precluded from. from. So we'll take the criticism, and it's rightfully so. That could we have done more in the past? Sure, people before us could have. But what we can do now is continue to put out the documents and the information that these people withheld from the American public. And I'm just telling you right now, as much as we know about Crossfire Hurricane, he and I just found out more last week. And we're continuing to work with Congress to put those documents out. That's how vindictive and vicious the former leadership structure here was. Not only did they bastardize the FISA process and lie to the American public, they withheld and hid documentation and put it in rooms where people weren't supposed to look. And it's a good thing we're here now to clean it up, and you're about to see a wave of transparency.
What do you mean?
Just give us about a week or two.
So we got Kash Patel announcing that they've got new documents. They're going back and looking at the Crossfire Hurricane thing. Then you got Donald Trump tweeting about Hillary Clinton, and even just recently on Truth Social posting something about Obama, an image that says all roads lead to Obama. And so it's got me thinking they must be alluding to something. There's two options. Either they've got something massive and they're about to blow the whole lid on it, or they're playing with us. They're pulling our leg. I don't know exactly what's going on, but they're certainly throwing a bone. And clearly it's in response to the pressure. I mean, tick-tock, the clock is ticking, and they understand this. They know the base is watching, and they know the base has been extremely patient. People are demanding accountability to get to the bottom of these malicious lawfare campaigns, from Crossfire Hurricane to the latest indictments, and to now the weaponization of courts. Well, people want results, and Crossfire Hurricane is the first place to start. That's the most clean-cut example of legal abuse. They spied on his campaign, they attempted to frame him, they fabricated an entire conspiracy that they then leaked to the media as legitimate intel, and then used that to weaponize the federal government to try to take Donald Trump down from within. That's not just regular politics. That sounds like a criminal conspiracy. And the people are demanding answers, and I really sincerely hope that Kash Patel isn't toying with us. You know, we keep hearing that, oh, it takes time. It takes time. If you want to do this right, you can't rush the process.
I'm not asking you to trust me. You want this done right, or you want it done quickly? Because you can't have it both ways. You want it done quickly, we'll do it. And you know what'll happen? Just what happened last time.
They're telling us that, you know, they've got to go through thousands upon thousands of documents. There's been internal sabotage. That's the reason it's taking so long. Basically, they're not denying that something's coming. They're alluding to something coming. They're just saying, be patient. And so now I guess they set the standard. They have to deliver. Because if they don't, I mean, it could be pretty bad for the Trump administration. You could sense the impatience. I'm sure you guys are existing on social media. You read the comments, even on my YouTube videos. It started off with a whole lot of benefit of the doubt. Give Pam Bondi time. She's doing fine. This stuff's complicated. It's not going to happen overnight. We went from a whole lot of benefit of the doubt and patience to now you can clearly sense frustration and impatience. Everywhere you look, people are pissed. They don't think Pam Bondi's serious. They don't think Kash Patel or Dan Bongino are serious. And well, now they better be freaking serious because they're alluding something massive is going to drop. It better not be a highly redacted frickin' nothing burger. But of course, with stuff like this, we're just going to have to remain patient and follow the story and the details as they drop. But for now, this is what we got. Just throwing us a metaphorical bone, let's call it. Let's see where it goes. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.